Welcome back to My Mythical Meta. My name is Travis, and I was joined for this episode by Derek, Randy, and Benjamin. The episode you're about to listen to is the completion of our Magic the Gathering Color Pie episode, where we reveal all of our personal color identities. I hope you enjoy. I want to start with myself. As you guys know, as the listeners know, if they've been with us for any amount of time, is that I was an English teacher for a long time. I taught for 9 years. Before that, I worked for the Boy Scouts. And I've always had this need to cultivate a healthy group dynamic and to help others improve. You know, in high school, I was in band and I was drum major. I took on the role of a mentor in that capacity. And so I think for a long time, I have been white, blue, green. This need for a community that is always improving. And I think even this podcast is evidence of that as a drive for me. You know, we are a good friend group, but I wanted us to devote time every week to digging into that and being even better friends than we were. And I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I certainly do. I think we've grown much closer in the last year than we did in the last 9 years of playing Magic together. We did Model Building Day. You know, we played that Mage the Ascension arc together, you know, and we talk every week now about our personal lives in ways that we didn't before. So I think white, blue, green is my main color identity. What do you guys think about that? Do you have any thoughts or any reactions? Like, I don't know, I see blank in you. What do you guys think?
I mean, I agree with it. At least for the blue part. I know you had a love of knowledge and learning more. I think white, blue, green suits you.
Benjamin, what do you think?
Yeah. That's. I think that's pretty accurate.
Do you guys think I have any red in me, or only when I'm playing Magic?
I think you could have red. Well, you know, we're all living human beings who change on the daily.
Yeah. Everybody's complex and has a little bit of all of these things.
Yeah. If I was doing this without anything, I think I might have picked blue-red for you, because that's kind of like the color of creativity or that's the color combination of like creativity and trying new. I mean, maybe that's just me seeing you as a deck builder.
Yeah.
Instead of like Travis the person. Yeah, because like as a deck builder, you're always trying these new, unique, wacky ideas.
Yeah.
That may or may not work, but you know you're wanting to see what you can get away with, like with the I want to do this card with this card and see what happens.
So yeah, I think that can still work even with just blue green. Because it's like, I'm going to take one part of this deck and another part of this deck idea and merge them into one, and that's very Simic. You know, merging things together to make something new.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
I feel like you don't have not even outbursts of emotions, but you're more, not reserved. I don't know what the word is. Like in good control of your emotions. I feel like I very rarely ever see you kind of like really get upset.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah, I love hearing that you guys see that like red when I'm creating decks and stuff. I think that's really fun, and that's part of my enjoyment from Magic. Cool. All right, who wants to go next?
We just go down the list. Randy's next.
So apparently I'm Gruul.
This is me saying that Randy's Gruul.
Red green.
Yeah, red green. I mean, I don't disagree with it. I was trying to think of like, do I have much white or blue? I hope I'm not so selfish as to be. Again, I always link black with being like evil, but I know it's not. I don't think I have the ambition for black, and I don't think I have the patience. I'm glad that you said patience for blue, because I was like, that's what it is. I don't have patience or ambition. And then like saying it about myself, it's like, man, that really sucks. But it's like.
You do. It's just not so definable. Like we could point to like one thing and say, "Hey, that's it."
Like this is the one thing that my brain, like I like will, I like this, and then I'll look into it a bit, and then I want to like learn a lot about it, and then a week later I drop it.
Yeah.
You know, like I bought a 3D printer. I've printed maybe like 6 things on it in like the 2 years I've had it.
Shame.
So I mean, I've had it for
Shame.
okay.
But not like shame on you. Shame that you're not doing it.
I know. Well, right. I haven't done it in a while because
Randy, just 3D print your cards.
Hey,
there
honestly,
we go. Hey. No, I don't do
just
it. There's
one
not a lot of
micro
space
layer
in an apartment,
for each
and
card.
I don't have a safe place to put it that the cats couldn't jump on it. I'm like, last thing I need is a cat somehow getting melted plastic and melted fur.
Oh God.
You know, like
Oh my
that's the last thing
God.
I need is a crazy medical bill or a fire.
I'm just imagining what is it?
Mr. Business or Serious.
No, when Terminator just thumbs up in that lava.
Yeah, as he's sinking in there.
Yeah.
Cat's just stuck in a bunch of hot plastic.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Randy, you I think last week sent a picture of a thing, like it was something for like it holds like the model. I don't know what you call them. Like the little thing that all the model pieces like come attached to with like the prongs and stuff, and you gotta like clip them out or whatever.
Oh, a runner board.
Yeah, a running board. Why don't you 3D print that?
I could. Like I said, I don't even.
Can you
I put
3D,
the
print
printer.
one for each of us?
I was I could. The 3D printers are in storage right now because like, again, I don't.
Oh, yeah. It's at home.
Because I don't have a safe place to put it. So if I get a garage,
Yeah, it's at your...
Which
it's
I
at
hopefully-
Is it at your parents?
no, I rented a storage unit across the
Oh,
street.
okay.
So it's air controlled and all that, and it's somewhere safe. But if I get a garage, but I think we're gonna try to rent a house next instead of an apartment because the price is like
Yeah, so
it's
similar.
just better.
Yeah.
It's so similar, and you get double the space pretty much, and a garage on top of that.
Yeah.
So I could put something like that in a garage. So one, it means the cats won't be in there, and
Right.
two, they also say it's not good to be putting that kind of printer just like near you while it's printing because it can like technically shoot out like little bitty microplastic particles.
Ooh.
And it's like, are they bad for you? We don't know. There's not enough
Yeah.
science on it yet.
But we're all full of microplastics anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true too. But I don't want to be sitting there and just ingesting them point blank.
Yeah.
If I can avoid it.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely see where I think I maybe just don't have the patience or the ambition. And I feel like the ambition thing is like at work, I have no ambition to be the boss. I don't want to get those promotions to get to that point where I'm in meetings all day. Nah, I want to get to a point where I can make a really nice paycheck with the least amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thing too.
I mean, that's probably most people's goals. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care about like I don't want to be a CEO or a CTO or any kind of like title where I'm having to give speeches. I don't want any of that. I don't have the ambition for that. Just most amount of money for the least amount of work. So that's kind of where I am. And that's probably why I definitely work. I'm not a slacker. Wink, wink. No,
For all your coworkers who are definitely listening to the pod.
hey, they might go back and listen to these one day. And then let's see, red. Yeah, I feel like I get like I feel like my emotions really kind of guide my actions, I guess. Or like if I'm in a bad mood, it's like it's gonna ruin my day, you know. So I can really let things kind of affect me more than I probably should. White. I don't care about being uniform. I have blue and green hair.
Yeah.
Nail polish, tattoos, which thankfully my work allows. Oh, it's so nice. So I don't care about fitting in anymore. I used to when I was younger.
I think we all
Short
did.
hair, polo shirt,
Yep.
but not anymore. Derek, what about me makes you think green?
So for red green, I think of that as the himbo color.
Hey, you go himbo?
I think you're a himbo. Not a thought in your head,
Hey.
just all emotion and just instinct. You're just kind of following your impulses, and like not that you're dumb or anything.
No, I'll take it.
Yeah, but I think you just go through life.
No, I think Randy in the last 2 years has uncovered a wisdom. It's like in Zootopia, that giraffe who's do y'all remember? That giraffe who's like leading that yoga.
The giraffe?
No, not giraffe.
It's an elephant.
You
It's
call
an
me
elephant.
fat?
Nangi.
No, it's is it? An
I thought
elephant?
there was.
He's
I thought
like
there was
leading
a
like
yak.
a hippie commune. like yoga?
Oh yeah, that
thought it was
sounds
a
familiar.
yak.
They're all like, yeah, I think it's my
Was it
yak.
a yak.
Yeah, that was a Cheech Marin.
You're talking about the guy
They're like
that's
a
at the
nudist
entrance,
or something like that.
not the one who's actually leading. Not Nongi the elephant,
Yes.
but it's a
a
yak.
hairy, stinky
It's
yak.
like-
Thanks.
Randy, no, but Randy has uncovered like this zen that he simply did not have maybe 2 years ago.
Green is also the color of like acceptance, like accepting
Yeah,
your place in
yeah.
the world, and that's I think that's where I'm getting red green from for Randy.
Yeah, that's
Himbo acceptance.
That's the green that I feel from him too.
Yeah,
Is like acceptance in the world and acceptance for the way he is naturally. When we were playing Magic last weekend, you literally asked him, Randy, was this blue hair nail polish kid in you all along? Like for all your years of being alive and now it's just coming out? And I think that's what it is. Randy's like, yes, I am this weirdo, and now I'm just gonna do it because the people who I love me.
yeah,
And I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Exactly. High school and college and all that definitely kind of wanted to like fit in. I definitely came from not like a conservative family, but maybe kind of like traditional. Like parents were teachers, so like the kids got to look clean and tidy and nicely cut hair, and mom was always like, make sure you looked good for school. So like collared shirts and cargo shorts became the norm. And I still wear cargo shorts and collared shirts, but now I do more like flowery ones and pink and less basic colors. I do more brighter, patterny kind of things, and I've just kind of come out of my shell. I think also having the girlfriend for the last 3 years has helped, because I'm like, she has like those weird kind of things too, so I can kind of like let my true self out a little bit more around her, and I don't have to worry about like conforming to keep her. Like
not
she's
scaring
fine.
her off.
Like she's the one that wants to dye my hair, and I love to let her do it now. I was like, hey, should I paint my nails? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And then she lets me have my desk covered in all these stickers,
anime
from conventions,
filth.
anime,
Derek, be cool.
waifus.
We all knew what he was talking about. You didn't have to say it.
Oh no, it's
That
okay.
was me
It's
being
100%. It's 100%. Well, not all. It's not 100%. Some of it's D&D and Dragon Ball and anime and stuff like that. But then there is, Android 18, Rebecca.
Okay, all right.
sorry.
This is a family show.
Coward.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
That's
Okay.
that's
I'm
where only
taking
the
your
patrons,
green away
right?
because you won't accept it.
Only the patrons get the good stuff, right?
Only the patrons. Okay.
Anyway, I was unsure about the red green gruel, but I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'll accept that himbo-ness.
I love it. Benjamin, you're up next.
Yeah, so I think that I am Esper colors. That's white, black, blue. That's the white. I do believe in community. I have a very strong sense of responsibility and duty, especially to family, to work, to the people that I'm involved with in organizations, and to society in general, but not so much to society that I feel like there's tension there, right? I feel like my responsibility is more to the people immediately around me, and that's where the black comes in. I'm willing to sacrifice things for personal growth, or for the betterment of my family or friends, and I think I do sometimes subscribe to the whole hey, personal responsibility, take care of yourself,
right.
ethos, right? The if you want something, work for it. Don't no one has a responsibility.
Yeah, guys,
to me.
pick up
I don't have a
yourself by your
responsibility to anybody
bootstraps.
else. Exactly. Levitate a little bit. There's a certain appeal to that, and I think there's the black in my identity for saying, hey, I want to be the very best, like no one ever.
Oh, that was a character we
And-
should have done.
and
We
I
should have
think
done
that's,
Ash Ketchum. He's another blue character that's not smart.
Rakdos.
Did you say Rakdos?
Is he blue?
Ash Ketchum?
I don't know that he's blue. I think
He's
black.
always exploring a new
Blah.
region to learn
Green.
every
He's
Pokemon
John.
he can.
Is he exploring them to learn, or is he exploring them
conquer.
to be the
I
very
think it's-
best?
I think it's
like
black.
No one ever was. He's
Really?
I think he's
I don't think
Jund.
it's Jund,
I
but
think he's Jund.
I do not
you don't
think
think
he's
he's
black
Jund?
at
I think-
all.
I think he's highly ambitious.
He's not ambitious
okay.
at the
So-
cost of his friends or his Pokemon or himself.
okay, that's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
So Team
So
Rocket
blue.
is Jund.
So blue, green,
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, I
How
see
about
that.
that?
Okay.
He's team.
Okay.
He's impulsive. He's driven by his passions. He's
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad we settled that. All right.
okay. But I think white. So white, black, blue. I think I think I'm constantly learning new things. Constantly, if I'm in the car, I'm listening to a podcast or science YouTube or something, right? I'm constant. I'll listen to physics things. I listen to philosophy things. I listen to just I read. If somebody has a question, I've got to look it up, and that was drilled into me from a young age to just constantly be looking up answers to things, and that's continued. And I think I'm very, very.
I agree.
Yeah, and then the desire to be the best and beat everyone else, and whatever I'm doing, I want to be better than everyone
I can
else.
see
around
that
me.
too.
I think that's black. But white, but white out of my sense of responsibility to
Benjamin,
to
I'm gonna
around me.
tell
So I think
I'm gonna
Esper
tell you
fits
this
pretty
because you're my brother and I love you and I know that you can take it. The weekend a few weekends ago where Momo was with me and we went to the wrong Chewies, I was telling Momo that Benjamin
well.
sometimes he sees the world as a maze, but rather than just trying to find the way out of the maze, Benjamin wants to see what's behind literally every single corner, even knowing that it's a dead end. I like really,
This is
and
true. That's
I
true.
say that because sometimes it's annoying because you just want the answer to something, but Benjamin wants to think
Yeah.
of the issue in as complex a way as possible. He wants to. I said this in a chat that I was having. What was it? It was our other group chat where we were talking about the alignment thing. I said sometimes Benjamin hears hoofbeats and thinks zebra rather than just thinking horse.
I don't know how I feel about y'all.
It was
talking
when you were
about
talking about the Joker and you were really wrong, and we're like, oh my god.
I was not saying you were wrong.
We were talking about the Joker and but I do think that those things are obviously ultimately I love you about them even if they can be annoying in the short term, but I can't even begin to list the number of times that you've helped me build a magic deck, and it's because you have a mind as analytical as you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's gonna see every and it's not just about magic, listeners. It's about any personal issues I have, any family issues I have. Benjamin is going to come to any question you come to him with in just an extremely detailed point of view. He wants to look at something from every angle before making a final choice, which as we mentioned is very blue.
True, yeah.
Waiting until the right moment and gathering as much information as possible and amassing as many resources as possible before making a choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's what makes you a successful.
Yeah. What does this have to do with
successful lawyer.
Chewy?
It was just something we were just talking about you and Chewy's because we were annoyed that you said go to Chewy's
okay.
and then we went to the one that was 2 miles away and y'all went to the one that was 10 miles away.
Well, we always go to the
It's
one.
okay.
And so
No, you're right. You're right. It
it's
was
a better
It was
Chewy's.
bigger and it had more parking.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see how saying go to the one in Katy and you go to the one on Katy Freeway. I can totally see how that makes
It's
sense.
okay.
Sorry about that.
But so we were just talking about you because we were annoyed. But that's all.
Benjamin, if you were in the Matrix, you would be able to see the codes. You just have that understanding.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, guys, I was
I
thinking
know
about
Kung Fu.
throwing in Neo for today. I think Neo is green.
Just mono
Because-
green?
Yes. Okay. That's because
Well,
he's in the Matrix and everything's
Green.
green.
I think Neo is green-blue because
Yes.
he
Okay,
has
good.
that
I'm glad you
chosen
cleared it.
one
Yes.
aspect that green does. where like only he is able
Yeah.
to do it because he has the ability to see reality as subjective.
Mm-hmm.
And then Blue, because he's asking more questions and understanding the Matrix more than anybody else. I also think Morpheus is Blue.
No, I agree.
And probably something else, but I don't know. I didn't think about Morpheus enough to put him on the list. But I did think about Neo, though.
You know what? If we ever do this podcast again, I think we should just do Keanu Reeves character.
Okay, that would be a fun sequel, a fun follow-up to this episode.
And then
just the Keanu Reeves showcase.
Yeah, so listeners, in the comments down below, tell us what Keanu Reeves characters that you want us to do a color analysis of. Maybe we'll just make that a segment. Today, Keanu color identity.
The Keanu color identity of the week. I love that. Any more comments that y'all wanted to make for Benjamin's color identity? I mean, I think it's perfect. Randy, what do you want to add?
Oh, I was going to say, if the Keanu one does well, part 3, Nick Cage.
Yes. That'd be
because
really
that
good
man
too.
can be unhinged.
It's just all red.
It's just all red.
Guys, oh my god, I forgot to tell y'all this. I told one group chat, but Benjamin, you weren't in that group chat. Benjamin, have you seen the movie Face Off? So Marin was playing with Kristen's Bear Guy model, and how you can swap the face plates to give him different eyes. And so Marin took the face off of one of the Bear Guy and put on a different one. And I told her, Marin, can you say, I took his face off? And Marin goes,
I take his face off.
and she did it with her hand and everything. It was perfect.
Oh, no.
It was perfect. Okay, Derek, what do you think your color identity is?
I think I'm Sultai, green, blue, black. Probably my biggest color is black. There's a level of ambition and selfishness, just always running at underneath the current of my personality. When I get frustrated at things, it's because I'm not living up to the expectation I want myself to be at. I'm always trying to be the best I can be. I'm just trying to always be better than I was yesterday. I want to be better than other people, and I guess I guess that's just kind of like an ego thing. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then for blue, I think I don't know. I fall into these holes where I just get hyper fixated on something, and 24 hours later, I've become an expert on the topic, or at least enough to sound intelligent.
At least a bachelor's degree on it.
Yeah. I've read the entire series through Wikipedia and other articles and videos.
Oh my god!
Of whatever show, and now I'm an expert in the matter.
Dune.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Dune.
Actually read it.
Yeah.
I read other people read stuff. So I always want to learn, because I feel like lifelong student, which I didn't used to feel that way, but I feel now like dumb people don't get anywhere if you're not rich. So I need to be as smart and I guess as cunning as I can be if I want to be better. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting out of lower class, lower middle class, try to climb that capitalist ladder as fast as possible. Because I hate the rat race. I hate having to go to a job every day. I just want to kick back, play Magic and video games all day with my friends.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah, right. And then for green, green's a little.
Derek says, now for green, I just feel like I was born genetically superior.
I just think I got that dog in me, so. I think I rely a lot on instincts. I feel like I've got this kind of brain that, kind of like Goku, I can watch people do something and learn quickly. I think I don't know if that's certainly a necessarily a green thing, but I just feel like I have an instinct that just always hungry, always trying to get to the top of things.
Young, scrappy, and hungry.
Yeah, I guess the natural order of this world is that the rich rise to the top and the poor sink to the bottom, and I don't want to be there at the bottom because it's hard to live at the bottom. So I feel like I'm always light, cheat, and stealing my way to the top.
Well,
or
it's
trying
to. Like that, the way you just phrased it was like the rich rise, the poor fall. To me, that sounds green in a survival of the fittest, predator versus prey kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
And it just sounds, I'm just trying to interpret the things you're saying. So obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but you're just like, I don't want to be prey, or I'm tired of feeling like prey.
Yeah.
And so I've got to, I'm going to say this in a green way, I've got to muscle up. I've got to
I've got to grow. I've got to growth.
Or grow.
Yeah. So that way I'm not at the bottom. So that's...
Survival of the richest, baby.
Yeah. I just want to get my nut and get out. And I think black is definitely the driving force there of wanting to be better, and the other colors are, feeding into that.
Yeah, it kind of seems like green is like the worldview, like your input, what you receive, and then black and blue are output.
Yeah.
You acting in response to what you view the world to be.
Yeah. And also as just like a black aligned person, I like there's a selfishness there, and I'm not always like a cruel or heartless person, but I tell Kristen, and you're probably gonna have to bleep this out, but I would any and everybody, like the people I view as like my friends and my loved ones, I would any number of people or things to keep them
yeah,
the rest of the world does not matter to me except for my close knit group of 10 people.
I love it. Are we in that group?
Yeah. And then the amount of morals and I guess morality that I would compromise for a bigger paycheck are they're out there. I'm sure there's some line I wouldn't cross, but boy, getting there, if it meant
Derek,
I'm not having to struggle.
You played The Sims a lot the same time I did.
Uh-huh.
It's like when your sim is at work and then you get a little pop-up. Your sim has the chance to lie about something in order to get a promotion.
Yeah.
What do you want your sim to do?
Obviously lie. Everyone lies.
Obviously want to take the risk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I always do too.
What's the worst going to happen? Slap me on the wrist?
It's not happening to me.
Oh, I'll get fired? Oh, guess what? I'll just join a different job.
I'll just open up the newspaper and immediately get a different job.
I'll press Control-Shift-C, and I'll just type in what kind of stats I want.
Yeah. Exactly. Guys, this has been a ton of fun. No news from the Warfront this week. Just a really fun week of Color Pie thought experiment. Hopefully, listener, you can tell that this was really fun for us, and we get to wax poetic and talk about people's core ideologies and act as if we know what we're talking about. So this was a lot of fun. Listeners, if you have a fictional character you love, if you have a Keanu Reeves character that you want us to analyze, or a Nicolas Cage character that you want us to analyze, stick it in the comments. If you feel like we got any of these characters wrong, the ones that we did talk about, the Ninja Turtles, the Harry Potter characters, or the superheroes,
I didn't get
or
the superheroes
Godzilla,
wrong. I didn't get those wrong.
or Goku. I love people talking about Goku and Superman. We're bound to be wrong about one of those guys.
No.
So
no, we're not.
Please sound off in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking. And this was so much fun. Benjamin, where can people find our Patreon?
You can find us at patreon.com/mymythicalmeta.
Randy, how can people email us directly with questions, suggestions, or possible news from the Warfronts?
mymythicalmeta@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you guys, Benjamin, Derek, and Randy, for being my great friends. Adios.
Bye.
Hey, before we leave, I just want to say that 281 out of 310 people voted for Joker's Chaotic Evil. Okay, bye.
See ya.
The majority doesn't mean right.
Who voted lawful?
This episode was sponsored by Eldorado Gaming. Use the promo code META for 10% off your order. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. This episode was edited by me, Travis Konishek, And our intro and outro music is by Tyler Heath of the Oh Hellos.